Insert joke about how we're wearing the same shirts.
I'm not wearing the same shirt.
Oh, neither am I.
I changed.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen my shirt.
Yeah, he's just wearing a jacket because he's cold. It's fucking
This is
cold
my
in here.
favorite hoodie.
Well, we've never done a video like this before. So today, we're going to have a little fun discussion about... Oh, is video games? Is that what we're doing?
I think
so. What is our favorite video game? What is the most played video game? And what do we think maybe the best video game of all time might be? They don't have to be the same thing. You can have a favorite, but you might have to play, you know, Candy Crush more than you play the best game ever made because you're fucking bored.
Love Match 3, man.
You're right. I mean, to be honest, I played a lot of Puzzle Quest.
Puzzle Quest is amazing. All right, you got me.
Is Puzzle Quest just basically Candy Crush?
Yes, but with spells
Special
and stuff.
powers and shit.
And your 1v1 kind of thing.
They have a Marvel or Star
Yes,
Wars.
they do.
Or new, yeah, okay. So, Galaxy was a Galaxy.
Yeah.
That one fucking garbage. That one was not good. So hello, welcome to Alpha Rookie again. This is what it says on my shirt. I'm pretty sure if I can read right. Yeah, okay. Kyle, Rob, Ryan. Jacket Baldy. Guy who's not ever really here, but he is here today, and me. So,
Really appreciate being here.
who wants to start the discussion off today?
Most played video game.
Well, you're the video game guru. Even though I am, you're still more than me. I mean, here's the thing. I play Amplitude and I play Frequency because of you. So I have to say thank you for that
You're
because
welcome.
that is actually my favorite game. now that
Thank
I
you
think
for
about
liking those games because I don't have a lot of friends that do.
You, me, and Trey. That's all it comes down to. I mean, that's the only reason I like Guitar Hero was because I was used to those games, but I can't do the fifth button. I'm stupid. I can't go.
It took
I
a
was
lot
so
of
just sitting here ready to come and swoop in with that, but you volunteered it
he
yourself.
could do
so.
the 5 thing, and I was like,
Can you do the 5 thing?
I am better at Kyle at the following video games: Guitar Hero,
Okay.
don't say.
Guitar Hero,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Oh, is that the whole list?
Mario Kart DS,
He is a fucking liar. See, he cheats.
Mario Kart DS.
He's a fucking cheater because he does the power slide on straightaways. He learned how to do that shit.
That's how you do it, though.
Whatever, man. It's skill. I remember played that on. I said, "Oh, you can play it online." And there's some kanji on the person
Yeah.
that I'm playing, and then there's gone. What are they? What? I'm good at this game. What? How did they do that? And I wouldn't have found out. And I went, "Oh, I can do that too." And I practiced and I learned how to do it. And then you could never beat me again.
Okay, is that your whole list? 2 games?
And Battlefield 3. There we go.
I thought we were going to go with most played first and then, kind of
no,
tier
we're-
this.
No, this
Battle
is just. I was
Leaders
just.
Oh,
I'm starting with
yeah,
games I'm
okay.
better at Kyle at.
My mistake.
All the other games I'm worse than him at. What did you think I was gonna say? Was Battlefield 3?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Resident Evil 4. Because I didn't beat it on Pro until like the Xbox 360 version. You were like, I bought it on
Holy
Pro.
shit, you beat it on Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's not hard.
Fuck.
I mean, when you've played the game 80 times, it's like you know everything's gonna
That's a
happen.
good point. I just try to play it once, get the fucking Chicago typewriter, and just have a good time.
Okay. Yes, and nah. I taught you what Battlefield was.
That's true.
I taught you how to, like when you're reloading your LMG, and if you know there's a certain frame, that once you get to that point, if you hit YY and you switch to your handgun and switch back, it's faster than actually waiting for the reload animation to end. I taught shit like that to you.
But I would get a trophy for most improved.
Oh yeah, he got.
I was
don't-
like, I really want you to play Battlefield with me. And all right, I'll try this.
You have better aim than I do because you would turn your sensitivity up higher, and I
do.
try to play with your. Oh, why I cannot aim for shit? What is going on?
I need to get my reticle over here, man. I gotta get it fast.
So I'm a better strategist. I'm a better at getting out there and switching on the fly. Everything gadgets I have, you have a better shot than me. I was never good at first-person shooters. I'm playing Neo, when I pull the bow and arrow out, I'm like. Okay, now it's there. Walk sideways until I get to the point because it's slower. I'm not good with aiming.
Okay.
Never have been, especially on PC. I used to play the first Halo on PC. Oh my god, I played so much. It's the only first-person shooter I was ever good at. I'm not good at first-person shooters.
Yep.
Mouse and keyboard, and with controller, I'm only okay. You are a better shooter than me, but I would win and get more points and everything like that. So
Fair enough.
I'll take it.
think about all the times me and you both picked. Was it support?
That's LMGs.
And we would sit there on. It's not No Shower Canals. It's not Dam of Van Peak.
Metro?
It's not Metro. It was the
Sign
one.
Crossing?
Not Sign Crossing either. It was
Can you explain it?
It was the one that had a tank later on, and we would sit at the end of the street behind the dumpsters, and we'd pop with our bipods.
Grand Bazaar.
Yes.
Yeah, Grand Bazaar's great.
This is a weird way to start a video. It's a long rant, but we would both have the LMGs with 100 rounds each, or 200. One of them had.
It's amazing.
You also throw the ammo boxes down. So we throw them. We throw into him. He throw into me. We sit side by side. Hit that back button to spot. Nobody could make it 3 feet into the street until they had the tank. And then I don't remember. We had a way of dealing with that. Like we would one of us would go around and harass.
Yeah.
People hated us. And then when we would get in the tank as both engineers, and you would get out
just fucking fixing that shit.
Because I have all the old videos. It doesn't have our audio, but it has the gameplay, and you just watch me in a tank as the main, him and the gunner, just steamroll the whole fucking team. I would destroy tank after tank after tank. That is the best game ever made.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
Oh wow, we're starting off right there. Huh?
I think that the best multiplayer any game ever is Battlefield Bad Company 2.
I knew it was going to be Bad Company. I didn't know it was going to be 2.
But Battlefield 3, because that doesn't have the dolphin dive, or it doesn't have, you know what I mean, it doesn't have the prone, it only had the knee. But 3 has more traditional
I'd say
shit,
this.
but
We
the maps in 2 and the destruction are way better.
Talking about
Bad Company 2.
I don't have a lot of other first-person shooters to compare it to or whatever, because that was when I got deep into because of you. But like X-Files, what I was talking about earlier, I'm still chasing that dragon.
Earlier? You mean last week?
I mean in another video that we did 3 weeks ago.
Like a month ago, right?
I've just been sitting on it until I released it.
And I continued to try. You stopped, and I was like, I hope the next Battlefield, maybe I get the same thing. Well, let's try Titanfall. Maybe that'll be the thing. And then I gave up. I don't even try anything anymore.
We both spent $500 on a day one Xbox One.
Yes, because of you. Because of the promise that there would be more shenanigans.
That we would start a YouTube channel about good ways to win, because we were really good. I mean, obviously, there's only 2 of us on the squad, but we communicate. We both got really good. We just learned strategy. We thought Battlefield 4, we'll have fucking videos, we'll show strategies, and then the game was garbage.
I didn't hate it as much as you did.
Yeah. I mean, it took me 60 hours to realize that.
But to give that game credit, that's when again, chasing the dragon. Like, if somebody told me, I think you'll have as good a time playing this as you did that one game, then I'll try it.
I just wish Bad Company 2 had controller support on Steam, because there still is an online community, but I'm not good with mouse and keyboard. I'm old.
So that's it.
Arthritis kicking in.
So you went straight to best game ever, Battlefield 3?
No, Bad Company 2, but
okay.
Because that one has a better single player story, mission and everything, but the multiplayer in that game, it's funny because I'll have these memories. 126 hours of Bad Company 2. Battlefield 3 was 100 and...
for me?
No.
Oh, I was going to say not 100.
I look, because we used to go to...
There was a reason why I was better at you than that game.
It's not battle.net, obviously, but it was like battle something, and it was where you could go online to look at all your stats and shit.
I get the thing on my app.
They didn't tell you how many hours, they told you how many days you played.
Oh, they said...
He was up into so if you do the math on it, it was like 9 to 11 days.
I was like 300 or 400 hours.
Yeah, it was close to that. I was at like 180.
Which, he's shaking his head because he's the actual video game nerd. He's like, that's cute, 400 hours. Like, for me, that's a lot.
I mean,
that's a lot of hours.
Do you even know what your WoW is?
Dude, so when I quit, I did that, and it was something like 2 months.
I remember you telling. Yeah,
dude, I saw it and I was depressed. I was like, fuck.
I lost so much of my life.
I mean, as soon as you see that number, you think about all the times where you're just sitting in the game, not doing anything, waiting for something to happen or waiting for people to show up. All my time was wasted there, dude. Like trying to get a raid. 40 fucking people for a raid, dude. Think about that.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's hard enough to get the 3 of us here.
Yeah.
We would waste time going like, my chat headset, let me redo this, and but I mean, 40 people is nothing.
40 fucking people, dude.
We played so much Battlefield, but Battlefield 4, I was somewhere around 60 to 80 when I gave up, and I look at man, I've never played a game so long before. I remember Final Fantasy 6/3. I played it the first time. It took me 72 hours to beat it. I accidentally deleted my save.
Oh.
And here's the thing. It's great your brain does. Wait a minute. I'll load a game that was before I saved over my save. That doesn't fucking work. It don't work like that. That's time travel. You can't time travel. So I have 72 hours, and then I think like a 50 hours. So combined, like 120. Fallout 3 is like, I played that one 132 hours or so. I remember I played all the DLC.
I played that one a lot too.
And I remember going like, I never played a game 100 hours. This is insane. And I'm just like, I can remember those.
I think my first 120-hour game was Final Fantasy VII. And a lot of that time was spent trying to fucking beat Ruby and Emerald.
Did you get Knights of the Round, the material?
Fuck yeah, I did. Fuck, mimic that shit. Fucking let's go.
That's the first, the first game where I went online and printed out goddamn cheap walkthroughs for my girlfriend's house, and then would go home and play the game.
Yep.
But the crowning achievement, I mean, I guess, I can't compete with WoW or the way that you played Battlefield 3, but I feel like it was a crowning achievement, was Metal Gear Solid 5. I have over 300 hours in that game.
Damn.
Now, to be fair, of the 320 or 30 hours I played,
how badass is your base?
there's 40 to 50 hours of Snake. I can't remember the story. Whoever that character was, it was Snake, which one? I don't know. Big Boss. Laying in the back of a truck that would drive around the map to let
Venom Snake. That's
yes,
his name. Venom
to
Snake.
let my resources just tally up in the background.
You're just doing laps.
Because he couldn't stand there, it wouldn't work. He had to be going. So I laid in the back of a truck and I let him drive me around for hours. And I'd leave it and come back in the morning, you know?
Wow.
So, but I mean, at least 250 plus hours.
So you were all about that.
I invaded bases. I defended my base. I replayed probably the whole game like 3 times. Just I liked redoing the missions.
Did you play any of those other Metal Gear games like Peace Walker?
No. 1, 2, 3.
The one where you slice the watermelon.
Not that one. Oh. I watched
Metal Gear Rising.
every Vengeance.
Every Vengeance.
Yeah.
I just remember the watermelon slicing.
I remember at the time it blew me away. I was like, holy shit, he's really slicing it.
Yeah. That was a whirr, like howling. That was far. I didn't play it, but I watched Drew Scanlon and Dan Reichert play through the entire game, so I got the story.
Thanks for the exposition.
And then I played Ground Zeroes and was like, this is just a good system of combat and stealth and everything, so I'm like, I'll pay 5. I've told the story though, but it was right after I had my first kid, or my second kid, I can't remember what it was, but there was just, I was up all night anyways. So I just played the game and let him sleep, and then when he would wake up, I'd have to do with that so my wife could sleep. So I was just up all night, like, why fucking go to bed and be woken up in an hour and a half? Just stay up and play a game all night.
Play this game.
And then get 4 hours of sleep at 6 a.m. in the morning, you know? So that's my most played game by far. Except I don't know how many hours I played Warcraft 3 online. In the, not the ladder matches, but all the tower defense, all the Dotas, all the winter malls, all the Simpson malls.
Like, we regard Warcraft 3 as like a platform because there's so many mods, so it's kind of hard to tell how long he's played.
Because it's like...
there's so many game types there.
Yeah, and it wasn't... I never played the regular-ass game. I did. I played the single-player.
Played like once, right? Because the story's good, you know what I mean?
And then it was all tower defense. And now I'm a tower defense grid. You know, I don't play a lot of tower defense games because they all suck. Yeah. Because they're not good enough.
They're not Warcraft 3.
I need to play for 3 hours until I reach level 50 and then just get fucking demolished by the fucking boss they send out.
Yep.
4 people on a team.
That We Are Millions game or whatever.
They Are Billions?
Yeah, that thing.
I'm at like 90 hours in that one.
Yeah, it seems like you've been enjoying that one.
I will keep playing that one over. My kid plays that one too. I will just keep playing that. I'm bored. I haven't played 3 months. I'll play 5 matches in a row and just lose 3 days of my life, you know? That game is good. But it's fucked up because of spitters. Have you played the Air Billions?
No, I'm not.
They have spitters that, like, can shoot... They stay out of the... you can't hit them. And then they throw fucking things and they destroy your walls. So you have to build in a certain way or use certain things. It's... Fuck that. It's the one thing wrong with that game. And then I guess they had a single player is just not worth playing. You just play the fun survival mode.
Okay.
Here I am yapping. Go.
So World of Warcraft?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's saying World of Warcraft.
But
no, not for me. Most played game?
Yeah.
See, but again, sorry. It's the story. The story for me was I had a baby in the house, so I would stay up all night and play the same game over and over and over again because I didn't have to think about it anymore. I just did this, and I was so fucking good at it. And I enjoyed the rewards I got, you know? That's why I played that game. And for Battlefield 3, that was the first time I got to play with somebody with the headset for hours on end. My best friend, like, there's a reason why. It's not it's the best game. It's just that's why those things are unique moments in my life.
And then when you stopped playing and then I kept playing, it was because I beat people and I got addicted to it and it felt good to beat people and win.
Chasing that dragon.
But what is the most played game in my life that I keep going back to?
Let's hear. That's what I want to hear.
See, we talked about most played hours, most played times I've sat down to play. Those
There we
are
go.
two different things, right?
Yes.
UN Squadron.
Fucking UN's with side-scrolling,
I still play
shoot 'em up,
Super Nintendo UN Squadron to this day. I have it on my Shield TV.
What was the actual title? Because they changed the title for the US. It's called
don't know.
Aero Fighters, I think.
And you always play as Greg, because Greg gives you more health. Because you can't win in that game. So the story of that one is my dad beat that game
Holy shit, really?
when I was a kid on the hardest difficulty level that you have to unlock with a code. It's called Insane. Hardcore. I don't know what it is. When you beat the game, the credits roll. These little, I can't remember what they are, but I feel like it's little ships or little guys. They walk across the screen and it spells out, "You are insane."
Holy shit.
So what year was it? We took a fucking Polaroid
That's
of the TV
badass,
screen,
dude.
and we were gonna send it to the Nintendo Power.
Holy shit.
So that game has a lineage with me. With my fucking dad played it, and so to this day, my kid would be like, "Dad, do you want to play the airplane game?"
That game's
Like,
hard as
alright.
fuck, dude.
It is, yeah.
Even on like the easier difficulties, I do not have an easy time getting through that game.
I mean, we had, back
Thank
in
God there's a fucking life bar. And that life bar's kind of fucked up too. I don't know if you
If you
remember.
get hit 2 times
If
in
you
a
get hit once, you're like, oh, danger, danger. You gotta wait till it fucking fills back up again.
Yes. We knew where all the hidden shit was,
Yeah.
And this was before the internet, so we figured out for ourselves. It. I can beat that game on normal, or whatever the middle one is, and it's hard, but you can do it. It's not impossible. It's just that when you get to the one before the last level, if you don't get to the boss with the thing that shoots up, you can't beat the boss because the boss is above you, and your plane shoots like this, so you have to have the thing. UN Squadron. Emulated that shit for years. Played on my Shield TV. Played on anywhere. I still had the Super Nintendo hooked up. What game was in it? UN Squadron. And then what was next to it? Metroid.
Super Metroid.
And Yoshi's. Super Mario World, obviously. But yeah, UN Squadron's the most times I've sat down and go, I'm gonna boot up a game and play right now. It's probably UN Squadron.
Nice.
Because I've had that since I was a goddamn kid.
Yeah.
And it's not Ikaruga. It's not so hard that it can't be beat. But it has the right amount of difficulty, reward, and the music is fucking amazing.
You can beat Ikaruga? I thought the game was impossible. I thought there was
It just keeps going.
It just keeps going, right?
Yeah. You know what Ikaruga is?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the one where the colors change.
Yeah.
I still don't think Rob said how his most played game.
Wait, so what's my favorite game? Oh, it's Bad Company 2. The best game is also maybe possibly Bad Company 2 or
Okay.
Bad 3. And then the most played of the years is UN Squadron.
Okay. So my most played game, I keep going back to this old PC game. That's not super old.
I'm getting excited. What?
94, 95-ish, called Master of Orion 2.
I've heard of that.
And there's something about that fucking game that I could sit there and micromanage all these fucking colonies.
Micromanage. That's the word.
And, I'm building shit. Oh, you want to... I'll build you this fucking theater. Here, you guys make you happy. I'll build you this turret, man. It'll keep you guys safe. I'm doing all this shit fucking planet to planet. There's an auto build. I never use it. You know why? Because I love satisfying these people.
I don't trust you to do it as good as me.
Right. And I remember when I knew it was a problem. When I knew, I got to step away from this. One day I was playing, and, I took my hand off the mouse, maybe to scratch my head or something, and as I bent my hand, it hurt. How long have I been here? And I look outside, sun's up. I started around 8 o'clock.
Oh my god.
Sun's already up. There's birds chirping out there. I'm like, fuck me. I gotta stop playing this game. So a few years ago, they made a reboot of it.
Yeah.
And it's incredible.
Oh, God.
I play that a lot.
Don't do this to me. Don't make me try this game.
I am playing the shit out of this game. Anyway, so that's
It's
my
like
most...
SimCity or like real-time strategy kind of game? Or?
It's not real time. It's all turn-based.
It's funny that you say SimCity because I was thinking of that. You brought up a memory where I remember SimCity for the Super Nintendo, the first one. There was a level or a city that I built. There was not anywhere else to build on the map. I filled
You did
up
the whole fucking thing.
whole fucking thing. There was nothing left to do. I was like, I guess I
You're just
win.
managing smog levels at that point?
You build your industrial away from everybody else. You put the casinos right next to the police station.
Yes.
You stop building roads, you start building train tracks.
Oh, mass
You get around the shit,
Yep.
and the water, you
It
put
kills the traffic.
Yeah, fuck, man.
See, so yes.
What a waste
Master
of
of
my life.
Orion 2.
Master of Orion.
And what is
2.
the name of this thing that
So
they
itchy.
rebooted?
It's just called
It's
Master
just
of Orion. Yeah.
But just Master of Orion.
So the great thing about Master of Orion, and I think you guys appreciate this. So now they can do voice acting and all that stuff. So they actually got some actors.
like Red Alert style.
Robert Englund does a voice.
oh, good.
And he does. So you have
Freddy
the
Krueger.
Humans, right? Which is voiced by. I don't know if you guys know who John Delancey is. He plays Q in Star Trek.
Oh,
Next
yes,
Generation.
yes.
So he voices the leader of that. There's also an offshoot, a very fascist offshoot called the Terrans, voiced by Robert Englund.
Beautiful.
And he is so sinister and so articulate at the same time.
I can see
it's
that.
so good, dude.
There's no camera, or is it only voice?
Oh, it's camera. Yeah.
Okay.
But
'Cause I'm thinking like
it's an
Command and
animated guy, though.
Oh.
Right? That's the only issue. Yeah.
I'm thinking back to like Red Alert coming.
Oh, Red Alert 3, where everybody's like an actual actor. I love that.
That's when
shit.
there's like Tiberium was coming out, and I remember I was friends with the guy at EA, like trying to get a job in the industry,
Yeah.
and like I was like, oh, he was working on the game that got canceled, but it was the new
Yep.
Tiberium Sun or whatever it was, and I was like, okay, I should look into that series.
I played the shit out of Red Alert 3, and that's the one that had Sulu.
yeah, I was gonna say that. I remember there were big actors in those
Yeah.
things.
Tim Curry in those?
Tim Curry was. Yeah, you're right. He was like a Russian premier or
Which one
something.
had Mark Hamill in it? Was that like Wing Commander?
Yes, you're right. It was Wing Commander. Wing Commander 3 and 4 had real actors, and Mark Hamill was your character, essentially. Yeah. So
Wait, is that a Star Wars game?
No, Wing Commander is its own franchise.
Right, because I remember playing
XCOM,
No. It was a
X-Wing,
X-Wing,
X-Wing.
and I always confused Wing Commander, X-Wing. Yeah.
Wing Commander, you fight a race of lion-like people.
In X-Wing,
Super weird.
you manage and get medals, and I fly through space a whole bunch. I don't fucking remember anything.
Dude, all I remember from X-Wing is that I could make names of pilots and assign them to my squadron, and they'd be AI, and they'd run out and get like medals and stuff for their shit. And I didn't even know what the fuck they did.
Oh.
Sometimes I'd come back and somebody died. I'd name after like classmates, like, oh fuck.
Oh, see, I thought you were going with. I thought you were doing what I did with Wasteland 2, where I made a Macho Man group. So it was Schwarzenegger. So I had him be the leader.
Yep.
He had the big guns. And you can custom the pictures in Wasteland 2. So I like imported my own pictures. I used you appreciate this. So I used Schwarzenegger and I built him like Schwarzenegger. I had Rocky. He was the brawler. I
Yep.
built him like that. John McClane. He was the demolitions expert. So he would blow shit up and carry submachine guns. And then I had Peter from
Dawn of the Dead?
Yes, and he was my sniper. Tell you, the Dawn of the Dead thing,
brilliant.
that video from 3 weeks ago that you should watch. Dawn of the Dead, yeah, had him and he's my sniper, and I was like, I love it. I love building my characters from movie characters, but then making them like that, and then have a team of them, and it works. It fucking works.
Have you played? Is 3 out? Did you play
Nah,
3?
it's not 3. It's not out yet.
Okay.
I almost figged that. I was gonna I'll donate $10,000 and become a backer, and
Dude,
But then,
when I was applying for In Exile, I thought that's what I was going to be working on. I thought I was going to be working on Wasteland 2. I just read that.
wait, In Exile's not it was Brian Fargo, right?
Who owned In Exile? It was Brian Fargo.
Hey, but I feel like In Exile's the one who makes Wasteland. I guess that just blows my mind because,
That's it.
I knew you were. Yeah.
So when I did
to
my
our therapy
interview,
sessions.
there was a bunch of artwork around the interview room. Like, oh shit, this is Wasteland shit. This is Wasteland. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And then
Hey,
when I actually get the
bow
job,
and arrow, whatever the fucking game
I
was.
could hunted the demons for. It's like, oh man, I got bamboozled.
We're not getting you on the good property. You're new here. You get to do the fucking Barbie game for DS.
While I was there, I got to work on that, and I got to work on the Choplifter remake, the HD Choplifter.
I was thinking of something else. Yeah.
And then it was done.
What's the greatest game ever made? Dead Rising the series. Because I can't pick one or the other. Because it's in a fucking mall.
Even 4, even 3.
I'm sorry, they're all good.
All right, no, that's cool. That's awesome.
Don't make me get angry.
I know. I'm shocked that you like them.
4 doesn't have the voice actor Frank West. It's different, but it works.
That bums me out. I know. It feels
It's
like
funny how the
low-hanging fruit
conversation goes because here's the thing: we are the video game people, and he's less so, and we're all just talking to each other.
Sorry, I'm so
No,
sorry.
I'm listening.
All of Dead Rising's good, and it's in a mall, and part 2 is in a fucking casino mall. I mean, obviously, Dawn of the Dead and Dead Rising are the same thing, but those games are good. Games are
Hard. They're fucking. If you want to try to save everybody,
I got
knocked
every
off pretty
shut
easy.
up.
Yeah?
Every achievement in the
Let's go to
first
Office
game
Space.
but one.
Or Office.
Every achievement but one in the first game.
What was the one
I
you
don't
missed?
remember what it was.
Oh.
You'd have to play you have to save every person. I got 49 out of 50.
It's impossible, dude.
I
Because people
even-
die right at the beginning.
I even got the one where you had to have 8 women at the same time, which means one of them you had to be carrying, so you couldn't attack. And I got that one because you can get it immediately when you have them, and then you don't have to actually save them. You have to just have them with you, and then the achievement pops. You go, fuck it. You know?
Wow.
That's a good goddamn game.
It is. It is.
Hey Ryan, video games.
I just did 20 Jim Halpert faces while you were talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Let's hear it, man.
Wait. So did we do favorite, best, whatever?
So we did my most played.
Which is WoW, right?
No, that was
Master of
Orion
Master of Orion
2.
2. My favorite game. Fuck, man.
Ryan, what's
Put
yours?
me on the
Oh,
goddamn
that's
spot.
easy. Resident Evil
Yeah.
4.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that was easy. So
Yeah.
what is it? what is it about Resident Evil 4?
I don't know, but I've
Ask
played it-
everybody else if we all agree.
Played it a dozen times. There's probably a reason why it's been on every fucking platform ever made.
They just keep remaking it.
Like I
It's
guess
the closest I've ever, because I don't play as many games as you do.
Right.
That's the closest I've ever gotten to a game for me being like a movie, like where the comfort comes from knowing exactly what comes next, exactly what I'm going to do. I don't deviate. I pretty much do exactly the same thing every time.
Have you ever gone? The fight with the 2 big gigantes and the lava one.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever taken the thing and gone outside the wall?
Nope.
See, then you haven't experienced Resident Evil 4.
Fine. But I
amateur
found
over here.
I found the way to beat those guys, and I just kept doing it.
Yeah.
That works.
There's a couple of like glitches you can do in the game, and it helps you win the game and beat it on pro. They're actually kind of fun. Like the one when you can go outside the map right there, it leads to something. I remember it being pretty fucking cool.
Oh, you mean you cheated?
Not when I beat it for real.
Because I beat it on pro like the real way.
Me too.
Oh my. Oh
I just used an
my.
Xbox 360 controller instead of a GameCube controller. No, I beat it on pro.
Resident Evil 4. I mean, obviously, okay. So I know things about video games. So this is the game that
You beg the question of, how much have you played a game? How many times you sat down and played a game? How many times have you beat the same game?
I probably beat
Resident Evil 4 is probably the one,
dozen. I don't know, more maybe. A few times.
Easily, yeah.
So I don't know what that counts for, like other people in their games, but for me,
Right.
that's easily the game that I've played through the most.
Because you can beat that game. Some games are just, what am I going to play?
Right,
80-hour game.
It's not some it's not some super challenging game like you beat Resident Evil 4. Who gives a fuck? Like everybody did,
Yeah.
But I enjoy
It's just really fun, right?
It's just really fun.
Super
I mean, the
fun
first
and
time
satisfying.
you've got the over-the-shoulder camera, which is the first time that.
That's
Correct
very
me if I'm
true,
wrong,
yeah.
but I believe that's still like we give credit
That's the
to
first
that game.
popular example
Okay.
of it. Yeah.
All right, it's like everything after that will be a Gears of War, like
Yeah.
everything after that, like all of a sudden was like, oh shit! And isn't the new God of War's like that too, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's here to stay. It's like it's a whole fucking genre now. And then on that zombie tip, being a huge zombie fan by the time that came out.
So this is the
They're not
interesting thing.
zombies.
Yeah, this is the interesting. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Like,
Oh, I don't
you,
play that
you
game
chose
with you
Resident
guys.
Evil 4, and that's like the first one that really kind of doesn't have zombies.
Yeah. Well, he's wrong because Resident Evil 2 is the best one in the series, and we all know that.
I will say this: I have played Resident Evil 2 a shit ton. Fucking starting, trying to play both scenarios each way.
The only video game we've ever played on this channel is Resident Evil 2.
Oh, is it really?
Because
he tried to get a
an A rank without playing it for like 10 years, and I got
How'd that go?
I got a B.
It was pretty fun.
I went 3 hours because I forgot a couple things.
I drank a bunch of beer and added commentary.
So A rank, who'd you pick? What was the?
Always Leon because
Okay.
he has a shotgun.
Yeah, he's got a shotgun.
You get the upgraded shotgun, and he shoots so hard that he goes out of the screen, and the camera angle changes, and then he comes back, and the camera angle changes again. That's the one where you can shoot the camera, and it cracks. I've
cracks,
done
yeah.
everything in that game. I'm surprised that I have not been one of those people that's like digging the Resident Evil 2.5, because they found the source code to that the
Is that where he plays Tofu?
With Elsa Walker.
Yeah, it's the we're making a game, it got canceled, and we redid it all. That version still existed, and people have been piecing it together over the years to actually play it. I've never touched it, but I've looked at some of it. I'm an RE2 super fan because I've beaten that game at least 30 times. Like, I beat it 4 times in a row, I didn't get Tofu. What did I do wrong? Play it 4 times in a row again. I didn't realize you had to play it on the harder difficulty. Because again, this is before the internet, really. So 1999, I think. 2000 didn't have the internet. It existed, but
You had Game Pro magazine.
yeah. At that time, I had GamePro, EGM,
EGM,
because I was working at
Edge
GameStop.
was one of them that I really liked. Yeah.
I used to get the free ones. I just take them all, Yeah, I've beaten 2 more than I've beaten 4. But
It's
I have
funny
beaten
because
4 a lot.
because that was the original PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
It actually came out on GameCube first.
No, I mean Resident Evil 2.
Oh, 2, yeah.
Yeah. Because you could beat the game in under an hour and a half if you're good. Even 4, if you really want to go fast, you still have to spend like 10 hours, I think.
Yeah.
I don't even...
So JR had a PlayStation. So for as far as I'm concerned, PlayStation for me is like whatever we were playing. So I played Thrasher.
Thrasher. I was just going to say Thrasher.
Thrasher Skate
I
Destroy.
keep forgetting you have like a skateboarding background.
I forever like.
New skate game. You don't care.
Is it actually happening? I thought that was just
Yeah.
like people.
What, the Tony
They're
Hawk?
making another skate.
Actually,
No.
Oh, yeah, Skate, yes.
It's
that
not
is
Skate 4,
happening.
it's
Yes.
another skate game.
I tried
Skate.
playing the original Skate and I couldn't.
Yeah, no, you liked
I like Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Session? Is that what it was called? Or
I
no,
like
that's a new
Thrasher
one.
Skate and Destroy.
What was the ones? It was Skate. Skate is what we're talking about. Skate. Not Tony Hawk. Skate, yeah.
And not Tony Hawk's Ride either.
That's wicked, dudes. Check this out. Whoa. Whoa. Better, meow.
I was just gonna say when I started hanging out with you, that was sort of a revisiting of all that stuff because you and I, there was like I don't know how this even started, but like we're gonna watch horror movies. Like I feel like that was like a thing, and then the other thing was, and then that went into like scary games, and I just would watch you replay Resident Evil.
No, you would watch me play Silent Hill 2.
That was gonna say that was the other thing. So
I couldn't play by myself.
What a great game.
I go, hey, you come back.
I had to play it during the day with my mom, like, around.
I'm just gonna transition to that and just get into that real quick. Like Silent Hill 2 is, if I had to say a best game, and it's dumb. I'm not. Fuck you. It's not the best game ever made, but like from my little humble corner and horror stuff and video games and what I associate with those experiences. Again, chasing that dragon thing again.
Well,
So that's the intersection of everything then, right?
Kind of.
Well,
Silent Hill 2
it's-
is terrifying.
again,
and
it's-
it was
it's the-
mysterious, and it was awe-inspiring, and it was also a community. It was
Have you
it was
played
a,
1 before we did 2?
No.
See, you came in blind, not knowing what this was. I played 1.
You know what I'm saying? When I was like, oh, I'll try video games because I had a PlayStation 2. I got it because I wanted to play DVDs. I wanted a DVD player.
Same here.
But I said, I got it, so I think it was a gift, and I got I don't know, one of the prequel Star Wars games or something was garbage. So I went to our local, they're still around. I went to Gameplay here in Long Beach, who are still around.
Love that store.
Because they breaks release date.
Yeah. And I said, I just found 2 games to play. So PlayStation 2, you could play the PlayStation games on it. It was backwards compatible. I got Silent Hill 2 because I don't even know why, actually, to be honest. And I got Final Fantasy Tactics because I don't know why, to be honest. And just because I want to give a shout out to Tactics because
That's amazing. 2 heavy hitters right there.
That was the
That's
thing
incredible.
we found with each other that we both were like, holy shit, we're both like hardcore into like Final Fantasy Tactics. Because I'll be the mathematician.
Now, is it specifically Final Fantasy Tactics?
Yeah,
Or is any kind of tactics game, like Ogre Tactics?
That's where I learned to love
I
Tactics
didn't
games.
even play those other games.
But he was the guy who was like,
No Advance Wars or anything like that?
Eventually, yeah.
eventually, yeah. See, that was the first one. But he would be like the guy who was like, I'm going to be the mathematician.
I love
and
the
I'm gonna
mathematician
I'm going to fuck you up in weird ways. Because I'm the one that know. You pick all the odd jobs and find all the weird ways they work, and then you'd be like, God damn it! Like,
Mathematician was so fucking cool. You could, if you maxed him out,
yes.
and you understood math, you could hit anybody on the map with any spell if they were on a certain level, or if they were an odd number, or if they were a prime number, or and I'll let you know, by the way, getting the mathematician character leveled up that high is not easy.
It is. You know what you do?
Well,
You kill every enemy except one.
okay.
You
Turn him
injure-
into a frog,
You injure the
or
that.
turn him into a stone thing.
Talking about cheese.
and then you have them sit there and they just use potion over and over, or like speed up, or haste, or whatever.
Did you know that you could set automatic things on that so that you can actually walk away from it?
You know, when you say walk away, that brings me a memory of Final Fantasy VII. If you use regen and you open the disc, the game still plays. It just can't load anything new. So you would get all your health back in the middle of a fight.
Oh
if you
my. And then
clicked
just close it
open,
again?
and it would just health up, health up, health up, health up, full, close it again, and keep playing.
Dude, analog hacks. I love it.
Silent Hill 2.
The disc would go.
Silent Hill
stop.
2 is still the intersection of, accidentally, probably, great, the stuff that I love about movies.
Well, at that time you were going to school for like you were almost a film major.
Yeah, I mean,
right at that time.
and this was like a David Lynch horror game that was not boo. I mean, it did do that,
Right.
but like it was just nightmare fuel, and still like had a story. Even if that story, I feel like that was the first thing to actually teach me to like people like David Lynch, because at that time I was very functional. I'm like, get in here and tell your fucking story that I can understand, or get out. Like I hate this abstract nonsense. Like, what are you doing? Now I love it. Now,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a whole paradigm shift.
I just give me weird.
Yeah.
Give me things shit I've never seen before. Episode 8 in the Twin Peaks revival. Oh, whoa! Like, just blow my mind. And I feel like,
well,
even though
if you want to watch David Lynch, he just does weather reports every day.
right.
It's Friday. It's
Yeah.
sunny outside.
Is he really doing that?
Every day.
Right from the get-go, blue skies and golden sunshine. Very still right now, 65 degrees Fahrenheit, around 18 Celsius.
You're kidding.
June Gloom's kicked in.
Did you see the thing where he talks to a monkey on Netflix yet?
I haven't watched it. Is that the rabbits?
I don't know. It's like a short film he did.
You should. I haven't watched it yet. I've been wanting to. It's the Harry Dean Stanton's last movie. He's lucky.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
He's in there going, a tortoise says it. It's so goddamn good.
You all think of a tortoise as something slow, but I think about the burden he has to carry on his back. Yeah, it's for protection, but ultimately it's the coffin he's going to get buried in. And he has to drag that thing around his entire life? Go ahead and laugh, but he affected me.
So after playing Silent Hill 2, did you go back and like watch like Lost Highway or anything like that?
Not right away. But so I'm saying that, like, because I'm enjoying this whole like evaluating what your favorites are,
Yeah.
what you
Well,
play
think
to
about
kind
this.
of like figure yourself
Our
out kind of
whole
thing.
friendship kind of literally was birthed around Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
I would say to him, we'd play it.
Because I got it home to play by myself, and then it was like I almost feel like we admitted it to each other. I'm like, I can't play this by myself.
During the day, he said during the day.
I had to play during
What
the night. I
happens,
could not
we
play
would
at
play at night, he'd come over, he'd end up sleeping on my couch, because I'd be like, just stick around.
Dude, it's fucked up because, I mean, if you guys remember this, right? Like, the ambient noises.
Yeah.
There might not be anything there.
Do you remember
But
the
you'll
Invisible
hear all
Enemy?
kinds of fucking...
Do you remember? Yeah, there's one in the jail cell.
Yep, that's the one.
And then there's another part where you go into a big room, and it's like a horse just galloping around. You don't remember that?
Auditorily, I remember.
No, you never see anything. Like,
Right,
it's, you just hear it.
Yeah.
It's just there to fuck with
So
you.
fucked. That is so fucked.
You know what's really funny? I ripped the Blu-ray of Silent Hill literally yesterday. Like
The original game or the movie? I watched the
I'm ready to watch it
the
again.
movie.
I enjoyed
watched the
the
movie
movie.
not
For what it was, I
and I
enjoyed
think it's
it.
fucking brilliant.
There are things
but I was
that could
I was
change.
nuts.
Sure,
but
sure.
It's good.
But I
and
enjoyed
it's very source material, right?
Yes.
It
When's the
follows
last
it.
time you've seen Silent Hill, the movie?
The movie?
Yeah, been a long time,
probably
right?
about 10 years,
Okay, not intentionally, because the graphics that they were maybe intentionally, but like what should be dated now actually looks
The bit?
stylistic,
Oh, shit.
in my opinion. I think that it.
So I should go back and watch
I
this
think
then.
I'm saying go back and watch it, because
Okay.
I don't think you watch the special effects and go ooh for its
Yeah.
time. I think you watch it and go, now this is actually a style.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Interesting.
I think it's really cool.
I
So
saw
that's
it
it.
twice
Silent
in
Hill 2 for me.
theaters.
Hey, you know what? I like, just lastly on the Silent Hill movie, Sean Bean doesn't die.
Yeah, I know. That's
the fuck?
Well,
Or are they all dead? Or who knows?
he does wake up at the end and go,
Where is everybody? Yeah.
I saw the movie twice in theaters because I saw it with you, I think. We probably went, and I wanted all my coworkers to go because we were at GameStop. Shouldn't say that, but whatever. We had to sit at the Marina Pacifica, the other theater across the street. You remember that one? The shitty seats?
Yeah, yeah.
We had to go to that one and sit near the front. The scene when he rips all the skin,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, and all my friends, I went like this. And I just watched all their reactions to that scene because I was like, I know what's coming.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? It's just.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
I remember as a fan of the game, I wanted this movie to be like Silent Hill 2. That's all I wanted. I want, and then I didn't get that. That's like not what I got at all. But
again, going back, watching it again, and me being the horror hound that I am, it's a good fucking movie.
It's a good
It's
movie,
riffing
right?
on all kinds of other things that I really enjoy. I'm like, if Silent Hill never existed, and you're like, oh, this is movie, and she gets stuck in this town that's by crazy witch hunter people.
On its
and,
own, it would still
like,
be a good
hell
movie.
yeah!
Yes.
And yes, he tears the skin off the fucking, and then he throws it at the door. That's the part. It's not the rip. I mean, that's terrible. But he's like, "Fuck
wet
you!"
slap.
He just like, yeah, like a wet towel. It's amazing. How could I hate that movie?
Should that be changed? Wait, should we go back 2 videos ago and talk about Silent Hill?
So, with that said, have you played any of the other Silent Hill games?
Yeah, I played Silent Hill 3. I played Silent Hill 4. I
He's
played
actually
Silent
played
Hill
more
5.
than me.
I played Shattered
Memories.
Shattered Memories,
which actually I liked. I think that's the best one they've done since.
I still have your copy of Shattered Memories because you wanted me to play it.
It's good.
Brilliant.
You played Homecoming?
I did play Homecoming. I hated it. I didn't hate it, but
It just wasn't as good as you needed.
you know
to be.
what? Honestly, like I if the game wasn't broken, because I found it incredibly frustrating, because it was that. I think it's that thing that From Software you're kind of talking about, because the whole deal with that thing is like you have to parry, right? You have to wait for them to attack, and then if I time, fine. When it's just you and one other monster,
Right.
That's fine.
The smoke monster.
When there's 3, what am I supposed
how
to
are you
do?
supposed to fucking work? Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? That game is frustrating. Yeah, what else is there? I played. They haven't made anymore.
No, I think the last one they did was Book.
Oh, I played the one that was on the PSP.
That's the one I'm talking about, yeah.
Re-released it on the
Book of
PlayStation
something.
2. I played that. So yeah, but the only one I actually haven't played is the first one.
It's hard to play.
It's tough.
I've tried. I have
It's
it.
so dated,
It's downloaded
dude.
on my PlayStation, and I've twice now tried to sit down and I open up a
beginning of that
walkthrough.
The babies?
is the beginning of the movie, not the beginning of Silent Hill, but is the when she gets to Silent Hill in the movie. That's the first game.
Yeah.
That is one of the most terrifying
Yes.
sequences in
Because
video.
in the way it's presented on the PS1, it's so claustrophobic
Yeah.
and it's so dark, and you get these little things with fucking knives chasing you. You're like, what the?
But it's like
fuck?
they're so polygonal. It's
Yeah.
so bad.
I mean, at the
it's-
time, I was like, holy shit. But if
the
I look at it
sound-
now,
the sound is what it gets you, and you're like, oh, what the? You imagine playing that game and going in cold, not understanding anything of what this is, and going, why is everything changed? What the fuck is this? That's what happened to me. And then you get halfway through, and then you don't finish it, and you have to play it again 10 years later, and shoot her flying in bed in the air with a hunting rifle. I think
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
Yep, hunting rifle.
I keep waiting for a game to like claim that crown, but that never happens in mainstream games. But it's
What?
all happening on like low indie games.
Indie games.
Crown of what crown?
Like Silent Hill 2, like doing something that's that abstract and
Oh,
weird and not trying to be, because there's still great I think
It's a big risk, right? Well, if you're going to put a bunch of money into production value, you're going to do it for a niche kind of.
also it seems like
following.
all the horror games now come out of American studios, and does Japan even make horror games anymore?
They used to. I don't know what happened.
Because that's what
No,
that's a
because-
big part of how weird and awesome it is.
Fatal Frame was super
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
but,
oh,
you know
I
what I
love it.
mean?
Siren,
Like, those are
there
great.
was
Here's the thing: all horror games now are the same problem that's wrong with horror movies. They're all boo, scare you,
all
right?
jump scares, right?
and it's all you're alone in a dark place, and there's
No.
thing.
what's the I'm having trouble remembering
That
what-
fucking radio, man. That's a great
who's
idea.
what's the Resident Evil guy did the games that we just played?
Call me.
Shinji Mikami?
Yeah. What's the game though?
What do you ask? What?
Where you're in the guy's head and you're god damn it, and all the characters, all the bad guys look like they came out of a Hellraiser movie.
Holy shit.
How-
That sounds
wait, what-
crazy.
This is recent.
What system are we talking about?
The original one came out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
two of
why
them.
I'm having trouble.
two of them.
Evil Within.
Evil Within.
Oh,
There you go.
Evil Within.
Tango Game Works. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
So I wanted to say I really enjoyed Evil Within 2. I really enjoyed it. However, I was disappointed that Evil Within 2 did not make me nearly as uncomfortable as Evil Within 1 did. Now, not a lot of people played this game, I don't think, because from what I understand, that game came out and it got terrible reviews because the console version of it or whatever was really bad.
Oh, you're right. Remember,
I have only
yeah.
ever played the Kyle, endorsed PC 60
Steam
frames per
version,
second,
yeah.
whatever the fuck.
widescreen bars removed at 60 frames a second.
I can
That's what
tell.
it
I
was.
will tell you.
Premiere version.
That's a good ass fucking video game. And I don't understand why anybody didn't like it. But I guess they've had enough technical problems.
Well, because if you look at the console version, the bars were so big because they couldn't get a steady frame
You
rate.
need frames, yeah.
So they had to, and then
Don't render as much, dude. That's the
but
answer.
again, Japanese developer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
Well, is Tango Gameworks Japanese? Or is
Well, I
it
thought
like
that was the guy that
he
did
is, but
Resident
I don't know.
Evil.
Tango was thrown by Bethesda.
I also really
right?
enjoyed Resident Evil
Yeah,
7.
I don't actually know.
I don't remember if they were actually Japanese.
You said what?
I also really enjoyed Resident Evil 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you liked it more than
I couldn't do it.
I love it.
That was the first Resident Evil game where I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I can't do this.
I'm looking for the next one.
I played maybe 10 minutes of this game right when you find the first VHS cassette and you pop it in, and I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, and nothing's happening.
because you have to play.
And I move the controller. I'm like, nope, not doing this.
It's a game that you really have to. What is that?
I don't know.
You got rats in here?
No, I don't know what it is.
Sounds like a
It's like somebody's
vent
AC.
or something.
AC.
Chewing on
Sounds like
something.
an air vent.
Is that you have to this is not a Resident Evil that you're used to. It's a different game, but,
But
if
in
you,
a lot of ways, it was spiritually just like the first game.
if you get through it,
At
it's a
heart,
good
right? At heart,
I think
it is
so.
a Resident Evil game. Yes.
To me, it reminded me of the first game.
Yeah.
Like it was very stripped down. It was very. I have played the first Resident Evil because they put it on the DS, and I played it lots of times on there. And I played the
Deadly Silence.
the remake,
the fucking touch control knife and
GameCube remake that was insane. It's so good.
oh yeah.
Can we
It's
talk?
called
Okay,
Resident Evil.
all this is stories about swinging games.
Sorry.
The Resident Evil GameCube one was I was at your mom's house.
Yeah.
We were playing the game. We had no memory card.
Oh man.
Don't know why. Didn't have the
Did you
memory
guys
card.
just muscle through the whole thing?
We got all the way past the shark
Holy shit.
without dying ever.
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
drove
Get your
home
memory
at like
card.
11:30 at night. Got a memory card. Drove back to his mom's house.
Yeah.
Popped in and saved the game. Never fucking touched it again. Saved the game and never fucking played it again.
I invited a buddy over as
Wait,
soon as I bought it
that's
and
not
forced
true.
him to
Yeah.
beat
We
it.
beat that game.
Maybe we played it again, but
We beat it.
we picked it up months later or something like that. Because
Okay.
I remember the joke
We
was
So there was a gap of time. is what-
there was a joke that like, why the fuck did I drive and do this? And then we just I didn't play it. I don't remember finishing it.
And that was the one where you had to like burn zombies or else
Yeah.
they'll come
Yeah.
back all fucking with nails.
That was
and
a
shit.
cool.
The Crimson Head.
Yes.
Do you remember Bob?
Yeah. Okay, so if you have play this game, if you haven't played it, but one of the things they kind of added to it to make it different than the original game was that you couldn't just kill the zombies. Like that's what you want to do. That's the safe thing. That's security blanket. That's like not just horror games, but all video games. Like I go in this room and I kill everybody in here. That means I'm done. And I can move on and no longer have to worry about this room. There's not going to be enemy respawn or any fucking thing. Okay. So in this one, if you kill the zombie and you don't burn it, it will later come back as like a ridiculous monster.
Just overpowered, quick,
Fast. Yeah.
super quick. Just unfair.
So
You had to learn to
see-
leave some zombies alone.
You know the banquet hall and the upstairs, right?
Make them your pet.
You just run around them.
Yeah, because if you don't kill them, you don't have to deal with burning them, and they won't turn into crimsons. They're easier to. So
Sorry,
they
you had a
And keep in
mascot.
mind, you can't just like, oh, I'm just going to burn this side. It's a resource that you
Yeah.
have to use to burn it.
the oil things. that
Very
are-
limited.
Yeah, it
So-
wasn't even like one thing here, fire. You had to like combine multiple things to make fire.
It was Bob the zombie was on the second floor of the banquet hall, but he was in between the two doors. So every time we went in the room, we had to run all the way around to get to the other door.
and you name this person Bob.
because
Yeah.
we saw him like 50 times. We had to keep going back and forth. Bob the zombie.
Probably still there, just wandering the hallways.
Spencer Mansion's been destroyed by now.
Best game ever made.
So my favorite game.
Have we ever done? Are we done? Like I don't know
I haven't done
anymore.
my best game or my favorite game.
Oh, we've just been talking about video games. I don't even know.
My favorite game is Eternal Darkness.
Oh, look at you coming over here into
fucking-
over here in Orion Town.
Dude, holy shit, man. Any game that'll fuck with you, you know what I mean?
Is that the one that gives you the blue screens and stuff? Yeah, that's cool.
You know, and then the other thing with Eternal Darkness is everybody talks about that stuff, and that is the thing that stands out the most. I think the actual game.
The story,
Was
the
good.
game was good. I loved the combat system.
I thought it was neat with the glyphs.
I love
and
the
everything.
the little magic you
Yeah.
got. The story, fuck,
Yeah.
it's very like Cthulhu.
Oh, it's like the most
story.
H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's funny
But-
how wrong both of you guys are, because I just remembered a game.
Oh yeah, what do you got?
Best game ever made, favorite game of all time, should play it the most. Fucking Disaster Report. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, too.
Jesus, that game is so stupid and I can't stop playing it.
Why do you like that game?
Because it's on sale right now on Steam. Disaster Report 4 is on sale for $48. That's on sale. And I'm gonna buy it.
Tell me more about Eternal Darkness.
So, Eternal Darkness for me, you're right. It was story. It was a combination of everything. I replayed that game so many times because, you get a choice in the beginning with what rune you get, and that dictates what ending you're going to get.
Yeah.
But if you play it 3 times, choosing a different rune each time, you get a crazy little extra ending at the end. So I fucking sat down and I did that shit. And you know what? Even in my head, I was like, it's worth it.
All this pre-YouTube, you guys don't understand, man. You want both endings, you gotta play the game again.
You gotta sit there. I had to play that game 4 fucking times. Or 3 times, sorry. 3 times. And I think what I got rewarded with was maybe like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's not even worth it at all.
30 seconds cinematic. And I was like, yo, fucking worth it. That was great.
I was like, well,
awesome.
I did that at least.
Exactly.
Like, at least I can cross it off my list. It wasn't worth it. But.
Would I go back and play it? Yeah, I go back and play it. If I didn't, like... So I'm super into, like, classic console gaming. I do have my GameCube. But it's harder to get software. So I tried to go buy a mod chip and do it. And it worked for a little bit. Then it stopped working.
Is it hard to get a disc of Eternal Darkness?
Probably not Eternal Darkness, but a lot of the other GameCube games super hard to get, and I'm not going to pay some collector.
Doesn't Dolphin do
crazy?
Doesn't Dolphin do GameCube?
It does. Yes, I could totally, absolutely go the emulator route. I like playing on the original.
I mean, I just like as long as you, if you can't, you know what I mean.
It's like the video game equivalent of like buying something on vinyl, right? Like it's something nice about playing.
Also, like for me, I don't think there is a way. I have to hook up the PS2 and get whatever adapters I have to play Amplitude.
Yeah.
Like
because you're gonna run with lag, you're gonna run with all kinds of other issues.
So it's kind of like ruined gaming, and I think the last time I played it was on my last TV, and it worked. It was on point with the. I don't know if it will on my OLED or whatever.
Dude, I specifically have a Sony Trinitron TV, fucking old ass TV that I traded a coworker for some work on his he had an LCD TV and it wasn't working, and I was like, dude, I fixed one of these before. We could fix this. I'll come over and fix it if you give me your old TV. All right, done. Okay.
If I own Silent Hill 2, which I do, I still have the PlayStation 2 disc.
Yeah.
What is my best?
Rip it, and then you can just play it with a PS2 emulator. That's what I did.
There's emulators that'll read his disc.
I would just rip it though, because
but it's much easier to turn it to an ISO and just load it that way.
Anything what you're talking about, so hopefully you'll help me.
I will set you up.
PC2SX? Is that what it was?
On my own, I tried to
PS2
download something.
PS2SX? Whatever.
Even on like minor hardware, I was running Shin Megami Tensei, the PS2 game, and it ran fine. I'm like, oh shit, you can play PS2 games.
Dude, I got a PS2, man.
No,
I got a PS2.
Yeah, but when you plug that into a modern television, doesn't it just look like poop or something?
Yes, it will look like poop on your 55-inch.
Yeah. I don't want to buy a CRTV.
Somebody probably pay you to take it.
It's the emulator. It's easy. Like as you said, you have the actual disc. You're not even.
I will send you some
pirating,
links
you know?
to this stuff.
Okay.
And I'll have step-by-step instructions. But
I would love to, like, come Halloween, be able to revisit Silent Hill 2.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'll turn it into content.
As far as best game,
Good.
best game ever.
Twitch streaming.
A little game called Halftime Will Travel. I love that game.
Oh, that was.
You know, I still think to this day, it still sucks that
My
like,
brain even took a second. I'm like, what game is that?
it's
It
still
sounds familiar.
it's still good.
So it's a little underground game. You probably never heard of it, but it's really good.
Everything we talked about, the market never saturated. It was just left open for.
They did River City Girls recently.
Streets
Fucking
of Rage
great.
4.
Streets of Rage 4. Before that, I played the Double Dragon Neon. Fucking amazing.
There's been no more dishwasher games since the second one.
Oh,
like,
I know. Those dishwasher games.
James
are
Scott,
so
where you at
good.
making me a new dishwasher game? Come on, man.
Holy shit, that game was so much fun.
He
dude.
made a 2.5D.
He did the
ISO thing.
the punk rock
Yeah.
one. Yeah, he made a
Charlie
4-player.
Murder.
Yes,
Yeah.
Charlie Murder. Yeah.
He also made Salt and Sanctuary, which was a Dark Souls 2D Dark Souls, and I was like, no,
Holy
thank you.
shit.
I don't think I need that in my life. I played Dark Souls 3. I got it. I played Bloodborne. Don't play it. It's great. Don't fucking play it. I didn't finish it. Also, you have to. I don't know if you've ever like the attacks are on the trigger, so it's really hard. I switched them in the PlayStation menu, I have to switch the buttons to those.
Oh, I see. You have to remap it in the OS, right?
And then when I go play another game, I gotta fucking go back and remap. You know.
Yeah. So all joking aside,
We made a game called Halftime Will Travel, but we didn't really finish it or make it.
We made
a lot of art.
We made a vertical slice, and it was pretty cool. But we had some grand aspirations. I wish we would have had a second chance at that. I even recently tried to port it to Unity, and just time.
I mean, shit, if you have a programmer or someone who just like, I give you the assets, you got enough of them, you know, fucking make it work. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
How about that Street Fighter version I made?
I loved ABC. Dude, I didn't realize our animation system could handle that.
Well, it was very like.
Did you hack it together? It's all held by tape.
It's the same thing we did with Spanning Bridgeport or Barrel Hunter. I hacked the two dialogue windows to be the background because I took 3 pictures and then I cut it all together. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I'm
a game designer.
Favorite best game of all time.
game.
Best game of all time.
Put it up there.
I thought we just did a best. I don't even know.
No, that was my favorite game.
Oh, that was a joke. Yeah.
What I consider the best game out of all the games that I've played.
By gameplay or by
Overall.
plot standard, you know, like
everything overall. So this is gameplay, this is plot, this is environment, this is art.
Resident Evil 4.
Metal Gear Solid.
First one? Yeah, it is
solid
really good.
choice. It's a solid choice.
Thank you.
If they remade that with like a whole new system of art and just quality of life improvements.
I love the
Didn't they do the
PSX version.
twins?
They
but
did
I'm
the
saying,
twin
I want to say
snakes.
like a Metal Gear Solid 5 in like
right
you know
with
what I mean?
Today's technology, today's hardware. Yes.
I mean, think about the end of Red Dead 2, right? I really was hoping that I was going to play Red Dead 1. And even when you go down to the fucking place, right?
Yep.
Metal Gear Solid 1, just put it in Metal Gear Solid 5. Just sneak it in there.
I mean, shit.
Charge me $30, I don't give a shit.
I was such a Metal Gear nerd when 4 came out, when I played 4, and there was a moment where you finally realize, holy shit, I'm driving Rex. This is going to happen. And then it happens, you're like, holy shit, I'm fucking driving Rex.
Yeah.
And you have to beat the shit out of Ray. And it's
you get that
incredible.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Just from my not as much of a video game nerd, I played it along with everybody else.
Yeah.
And our family, like our household, got it. Somebody, like my stepbrother or something like that, or Christmas or whatever. And I remember playing it, and I do remember thinking, like, this is just. It felt so exciting.
Yeah.
To see footprints in the
To see
snow.
video games do.
Or a breath. Just a breath.
It just did so
What about
many.
this shit?
Yep.
Oh my god.
What was that
it's so-
noise?
What was that noise? Huh? Whose footprints are these?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I felt like it was constantly innovating, like at every turn.
Well, it's Kojima.
That felt, I mean, and to fit it all on a PS1, like, holy shit, dude. Like, you got 2 megs of RAM on that thing?
Yeah, I don't even-
What the fuck?
2 discs though, right?
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
discs. Yeah, you need 2 discs.
It's like when video games give me the same feeling when you're like in a good book, like, and you can't wait to go home and see like where it's gonna go, and you're just like, I just don't even like. You're just giving yourself up to it, you know.
And looking back on it, the whole thing was telegraphed, but at least the first playthrough, when you get like bamboozled and turning on Metal Gear Rex, like, that was a big twist for me. Like, holy shit!
I mean, let's talk.
This guy I've been talking to this whole fucking time is a bad guy, and it's telegraphed the whole fucking way.
But there's also, you know, the
to
things
my
like
little teenage mind. Oh my god!
the memory card. It has Castlevania.
Yeah.
You know, Psycho Mantis, the controller port 2. Look on the back of the box. I mean,
Tricks we would consider cheap today were so innovative back
because
then.
he put all of them in one game, not just one trick. You know, like I remember Star Tropics. I had to have the manual to find the fucking you know and put it in water.
That's the NES day though. They were so scared of losing revenue on rentals that they purposely did shit like that.
I remember that.
I mean, certain games were just unplayable. Simon's Quest, unplayable without any kind of guide. You cannot beat that game without the guide.
I'm kind of thinking about playing Castlevania games.
So it's funny you should mention that. I'd say like 3 or 4 years ago, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I've never beaten an NES Castlevania game.
Yeah, but you're the kind of idiot who goes, I want to play every Mega Man game in a row, and I'm like, have fucking fun with that. I mean, I love Mega Man.
It didn't work out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not going to work
Wait,
out.
what happened to playing all the Final Fantasies one after another either?
I'm on 3 still. It's taking forever. But
3 is in the DS3 or
no, the original Japanese 3, the Onion Knights and all that shit.
That shit's so hard.
It fucking sucks, dude. It sucks so bad. But for Castlevania, I went back, got a nice emulator on my hacked PSP,
So good.
and played Castlevania 1. This game, I looked online. Somebody did a speed run in like 11 minutes. Like, dude, if he could beat it in 11 minutes, I could beat it in a day. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks. 2 weeks of which were spent on Dracula, just
really?
trying to beat him.
It's easy. You just throw the holy water and it goes.
I didn't fucking know that.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think that I don't know how if I got that far. I remember. Is there a boss where it's like Frankenstein and there's also a little guy that's jumping around? I think that's as far as I got.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
couldn't get past him.
And yeah, you're close. You know what I mean? There's a trick to beating him too. But eventually, I had to look at a speedrun video to figure out how to beat some of these bosses. And I had to even just get through the level. Just getting through the fucking levels were brutal. The clock tower is probably one of the hardest levels I've ever played in a game before.
Have you ever played
The clock tower series, the one with the fucking
the scissors?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. You go right when you're like 13, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't want. Oh, the music's changed. It's all dark. What's
And
happening?
some dude's gonna fuck me up.
Yeah, and I didn't even know
That's it.
because it was just so. It was almost like a FMV movie, like because it felt so like
Scripted and
Well, like the character on screen didn't like even match the backgrounds. It was like for Haunting Grounds. Do you remember?
Yeah,
PS2
with the dog.
game? The dog. Yeah, that was pretty good. I didn't finish it, but I remember enjoying the shit of just hiding. Oh, because I realized when you fight the first boss, all of a sudden she transforms with a golden bow and arrow. And I'm like, what the hell is this? This was a girl with a dog, and she'd hide in the closet, and then all of a sudden you fight a boss, and magic happens, and you're like, oh my god, what is... Disaster Report is a game where I just never going to finish this. It's a game where you survive disasters. And you can trip on a crack in the sidewalk. And you have to wear sunglasses to hurt your eyes. The sun can hurt your eyes. It's so dumb, but it's so fun.
I'm not gonna hate on you for that, man.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
And the American release was called Raw Danger.
Oh god.
Disaster Report.
Yeah, come on, dude. As far as Castlevania is concerned, the NES Castlevanias, it's worth playing. It's definitely worth it.
I also am
disagree.
realizing that maybe I should just play Diablo 2 because I feel like Castlevania the show anyway like is really
Just call Ben and be like, hey, I want to play multiplayer
so-
Diablo 2. He's like, all right.
That's the reason why I never beat it was because it was so tied into because when you start the game in the multiplayer mode, you have to stay in it.
Yeah.
Well, I think I enjoy playing those games by myself. So I think I will just actually sit down because I had a character that was just like the Forge Masters, like because that was their whole deal. Is like I let other monsters fight for me and shit. And like
This video is so fucking long now, and I don't even know
Sorry.
what we're
Sorry.
doing.
We're just meandering now. But
Hey,
yeah.
if you guys are enjoying us, then I'm happy for you. This is just us talking, so I need to go home, so we need to wrap
Okay,
this up.
that's
so we're
right.
done.
But that was my favorite game as
Nice.
best game. Yeah.
I don't know what our answers were, so if you watched it,
I do. I think
you can tell us again.
No.
'cause-
Rob's most played was
Master of Orion.
Master of Orion 2. And your
How did you
favorite
play that
game?
more than WoW, though? Like,
Dude, there was a lot of fucking time.
Favorite
Before
game is
Valve
Eternal
came out.
Darkness. Best game is Metal Gear Solid. Kyle's most played game was
hour-wise is Metal Gear Solid 5. The amount of times I've started and sat down to play it would be you and Squadron.
Right. Your
And
best
your
game
best game-
was
Was that Warcraft 3?
No, I think, because it does bring the question up, is gameplay or story? I think Resident Evil 4 has, I mean, the story in 4 is not complicated, but it's fun, right?
it's
Something. It's cinematic.
I've never the stories have never been when I come to the Resident Evil franchise for.
That's not true. The first 3 were good stories. I mean, like,
Sure.
they were fun science fiction zombie shit, you know? But 4 has that mix of, like, cinematic with the knife fight between Krauser, you know, you have big fucking things, you have Louise.
Action movies, horror movies, zombie movies,
Horror Siege.
monster movies, siege movies.
It's honestly...
It's got fucking Temple of Doom in there. Dude, when you're in the fucking train cars, I love that.
Just sitting there mashing the button.
It's
trying to
great.
go-
I think it probably, when you say like overall package, it is the best game ever made because it's the best of everything.
That's fair.
It has everything in
That's
it, and
fair.
everything it does exceptionally well. So on paper, I'm like, yeah, it's the best game ever made. Ocarina of Time is the best game ever made.
You know
you
what?
do that
I was
shit,
actually
right?
thinking about saying that because I played that late, but that was eventually
But here's the
our
thing.
house got a Nintendo
Breath of the
64.
Wild is now the best Zelda
really?
game over Ocarina of Time.
Fuck.
Wait, what?
I have it, dude. I just haven't sat down and played it.
Sorry, you have not played Breath of the Wild?
I played a little bit of it, but fuck, I'm busy.
I know, but like, it is definitively like, how did they after so many games, after so many years, the same creators, and I mean they switched majorly.
And I'd like to just add that I bought this game twice. I have it on Wii U and I have it on Switch.
I played it on Wii U, I think, because I didn't have a Switch yet. But I mean, I know that like, what's his fucking name? It's Moto.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Miyamoto. He has sort of since Wind Waker, Anuma I think it's Anuma-san has been the one who's mainly doing Zelda games and shit. But how can you, after so many years and so many iterations, so many things, just go, hey, by the way, everybody, we just made the best game ever. There you go. And everyone's just like, how did you do that? How did you do that? Because that's what they did. Breath of the Wild might literally be like the best game ever fucking made, but based on gameplay.
Okay.
Based on exploration and fun and puzzles and just everything about it is just so goddamn awe-inspiring. But Resident Evil 4 is like a tighter, almost like a movie. It's just, it goes, and it's so great because it has so many different genres. It has horror in there. It has horror siege in there. It has straight siege. It's all generally horror, but it's like...
And Ron, I think you made a good point about Resident Evil 4 in that it's been ported to every fucking system.
It feels stupid us for, we're just three guys on the internet saying the same shit that's been said for years, but like really, if you look at it, you go, there's a reason why.
I equate
It's not the funnest, best, awesomest game ever. It just does what it does
Really
so
well.
goddamn
Really well.
And there's no faults in there except for, I got to carry Ashley a couple times.
Yeah.
Put her inside the box
Just
if you
sit
can.
in the goddamn dumpster and you wait there.
Yeah.
So good.
You were going to make a point?
No.
No, he never has
Alright.
points.
Cool.
It's just stream of consciousness. That's where he,
I hope it makes sense.
And your favorite game is Silent Hill 2. I don't
Resident
know.
Evil 4 is my favorite game,
Oh, yeah,
and Silent Hill 2 is not the best game ever made, but
It's really
for me, it's the best
fucking
game
good.
ever made.
Yeah, it's like in my opinion, I'm like if I could, rate it by
It's like a dumb
everything.
argument to like, how can I, I'm just
Wow, we never chose like an open world game. We didn't choose really like a crazy FPS.
Because again, there's games that I think that
interesting.
you fall in love with and you like and you play a whole bunch, but you go objectively, it's like, the game is just, there's something that does that's just,
Ocarina is definitely was in my
but it's
review.
only at the time because trying to play it now
I
is a
know,
little
and that's what I'm
different.
saying. So much of this stuff is like, yeah, because like a movie that I recommend from whatever, it's not like you had to be there. Like there's a lot of movies I'll fucking stand by and be like,
Yeah.
no, if you can't watch this because it's in black and white, you're an asshole. But like, I do think it's hard to go back and play a game like Ocarina.
Yeah.
But like, it's also, I don't think that means that you discount the fact that at that time when that's what you had available to you, just like the
But for the
sense of
age,
discovery and
yes.
just I'm in an adventure
Have
right
you played
now.
Breath of the Wild? No.
No.
You talk about that.
I got
that's
2 copies.
It really is, like I said, you see something off in the distance, you're like, I'm going to go over there. And you just go.
Yeah.
You might.
That's
not
you know
supposed
what?
to be.
Their draw distance is fucking ridiculous, dude. There's shit I see in the fucking way back, and I'm like, can you interact with that? And I look at the map, like, oh, that's part of the
Yeah, it's
part of
crazy
the world.
because
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Bloodborne and Dark Souls. I just know that in Neo, and I can't remember the other game I saw recently, when they're far enough away, the frame rate reduces really low, so they become this weird like movement in the background to try to save space.
Yep.
I'm like, that's actually pretty smart. It works.
LOD4.
Yeah.
Before you end the video, crowdsourcing. Give me your best horror video game recommendations. I still have a vested interest in playing horror video games, so I've played a lot of probably the more obvious ones. So just if there's something on Steam that you think I missed or whatever.
And not
Dude, we're always looking for something good to play.
But
Please.
not Outlast, not
No.
like Dead by Daylight or whatever.
No. I want stuff. I mean, you heard me talk about the games that I like.
Yeah.
So stuff that's doing something different, something show me something I haven't seen before.
Something that's gonna blow your mind and not just pop up scary the
Yeah.
whole time.
And it's probably a little more like adventure-y playing versus like just.
I mean, I don't really care what the method
I
is.
just want to see something I haven't seen before. That's all. And I had to articulate that about the horror genre to somebody. I'm like, I don't know fucking. You know what it is? It's because out of everything that I watch, I am consistently shown things that I've never seen before in the horror genre more than anything else, and that's what I want more than anything.
What I mean by playing though is like if you think about Evil Within, you think about Silent Hill. You have a character who has weapons, and they're not great fighters, but there is a fight there versus some of the ones that are just there to like. What was Amnesia?
Oh yeah.
Like it's just there to fuck with you.
I
There's
actually
not much-
enjoyed that game. I just started getting motion sick.
Yeah.
Because when you start, the sanity meter starts going down. It gets all
Yeah.
Oh, they do that weird,
wavy.
like,
Yeah.
shader effect.
That was the only reason I stopped playing. Otherwise, I enjoyed it. I still want to try to play that Soma game. Hey, we could talk about this all night, couldn't we?
We probably could.
We're gonna cut it there.
Yeah.
It's late and I'm gonna get in trouble. So We did not shoot 3 videos in one day. As you can tell, it's very late and tired. That just happens to be today, okay? It's not nothing to do with the other videos that we shot weeks ago.
Like months, dude.
So I hope you enjoyed. I mean, literally, you're just like Rear Window. You just peeked into like us having a conversation because
Yeah, I mean, like we shot this yesterday, and it's going up today, and COVID's like done. Yeah. It turned out, you know what? It was real. How
Holy
about that?
shit. I haven't thought about COVID in forever.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
What year is it?
Guys, thank you for having me.
Ah, thanks for it. Let's do it again. Right now.
It is weird to have we have a guest on. Like, thank you for showing up. Like,
I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun.
and then we're gonna watch.
You gonna do a horror marathon?
Candyman.
I would love to do a horror marathon.
Okay, cool.
You have to watch them on your own though.
That's
we
cool.
don't watch them together.
Yeah, that's fine.
Will you handle getting him MKVs or whatever?
You mean the Blu-rays?
Well,
Which
yeah.
you actually have? Yeah.
I will love
Sounds
to.
good. And I feel like I still need to watch.
What?
Jesse James?
Jesse James.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll get to
I
it.
think I've owned that multiple times too.
I'm just gonna buy it. If it comes that well recommended, I'm just gonna buy it.
Candyman podcast coming soon.
Yeah. That'll be a Patreon.
Try to hit it before the movie that would have already been out by now.
You know what? That one will be a patrons will get that one early because there is a lot of time right now.
Yeah.
So I don't mind uploading that for them to get it like a week in advance, something like that. Because we used to always we have no content, so put it out immediately, right? We have a little time and things are going on. Time doesn't exist anymore.
Time is a flat circle.
It's
It's an abstract concept.
Yeah, wheel call, all that shit. The things in the sky going towards the middle.
You need to watch Doctor Sleep.
So that's it for tonight.
And I
Enjoy
need
it.
to go to
I'm losing
sleep.
my voice now. I'm not gonna get to sleep
Bye,
in tomorrow.
everybody.
Whatever. Good night.